And good morning. This is Daniel with the Legacy of Daniel video blog, coming to you once again from the baseball diamond. Not really sure why I've selected this place, but seems to have been out of spontaneous creativity. In this video, I have a bit of a thought that I wanted to discuss. Yes, what is America, and what has made America so great that everybody not only wants to come here but also wants to use America as a standing ground for themselves or for their own ideals. America has not been around for a long time, and I think we still have a lot to learn in regards to freedoms and how we protect our freedoms and use them. Most certainly the First Amendment right. As a result of our First Amendment right, it's kind of become a double-edged sword, as we've come across a lot of chaos, social chaos, where people are using the First Amendment right to orchestrate social movements, which they're perfectly entitled to under their protection of the First Amendment right. But America, is something more than just a nation built off of social movements. And unfortunately, when people will think that America was built off all these great social movements and civil rights and activists, and not really. I mean, yeah, they've had their role, but they've had their role just like everybody else. We forget about the labor that has gone into the building of America, the railroads, the cities, farms, small businesses, even politicians doing their part. We've had such a diverse and inclusive bringing up together of America, that it seems that nowadays all we're focusing on is these social movements, as if that is what built America, as if the Pilgrims came across the ocean and nearly all died just to orchestrate a social movement to prove a point. And maybe they were trying to prove a point that they could do it, they could survive, and they can test the limits of a newfound freedom on a newfound land. And absolutely beautiful. It took a massive amount of courage to do that, and tested new forms of government, new ideas of freedom and equality, religious ideas. So a lot of great things came about it. So then, if the Pilgrims came here built upon really ideas on how to test the limits of their freedoms, equality, and religious understanding, religious freedoms, and they put that to work in the Americas through the building of colonies, surviving, forming very early forms of government. Why is it now that we can't continue to do the same thing? Why is it that everything has to just be revolved around this very false and very dangerous idea of this chaos theory, and which is completely ridiculous, and really should be rebuked out of society. And so what we have is really a nation that is built upon very important and fundamental ideas to the not only the progress of our civilization, any civilization, but mostly in Western civilization, where we've really pushed the ideas of life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, proposition that all men are created equal, equal rights for everyone, and now new ideas on inclusiveness and how we can continue pushing these propositions, these ideas on freedom. What we need to do is we need to continue now pushing these ideas. We need to begin pushing into the next realm of understanding, next realm of courage, to start breaking down barriers that are preventing unity coming to the United States and stepping out of all these ideas on social chaos, stepping out from beneath this dark web of ideas that we've been encapsulated into, and come to see the true destiny, the true calling that we've all been to fulfill, and that is to continue testing these ideas of freedom, and testing them through First Amendment right. Again, the proposition that all men are created equal, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, equality for everybody, and of course inclusiveness. I mean, these are ideas that we have to test, and we test them not through social chaos or creating a social chaos, but we quite literally test them through participation in society. We test them and challenge them with our creative spirit. We test them based upon the ideas that have come before, and see if they can not only hold up, but can then lift us up into the next stage of understanding of freedoms, equality, and the real reason why we as a nation exist, and how we can continue to hold on to our past, our rich history, our rich legacy as a nation, all the great things we've done for the world and will continue to do for the world, because everyone just wants to emulate us. Everyone wants to be here, but everyone also wants to tear us down, because perhaps we're too young to be the crown jewel of the world, and many other nations either want that status or want to pretend to have that status, but they can't accept the burden because they don't have the system of government, the framework, the freedoms that we have. And that is why we see so many chartered organizations on the global scale that want to limit the expression of freedom, because they're mainly just going after the United States, because they want to limit the beauty that can come from our rights, come from mostly the First Amendment right. So when you begin to limit dialogue, and you begin to limit dialogue and limit how people can talk and control it, you're going to basically encapsulate society into a dark bubble of chaos that will just ruin society. And that is where we are. We have to step out from beneath this encapsulated this bushel that's been put over Western civilization. We have to step out from beneath it. We should not struggle with it, but simply step out from beneath it, and with the creative spirit, come back to what made America great, what really we stand upon. We stand upon very thorough, strong ideas on freedom, equality for everyone. And while we may disagree on some of these ideas, we need these ideas, and we need to continue standing on them, so that we can then move on to the next realm of understanding. And that is where we need courage. And now we must stand in boldness, stand in courage before this new potential, at the edge of this existence that we're at, this precipice that we are at, that we've been climbing this hill. And now the next stage is unity, bringing everything together. And that is not going to be easy, but it's something that we must do, so that everything that has come before will not be for nothing. This is our standing ground. This is where we make it, or we kind of break it moment. And we must see the potential, and we must also see all that will be lost if we do not reach forward to the potential that is before us, and step with courage into a new realm of understanding of how to use our freedoms, and also how to protect them, so that the entire world can be free from evil.